The techniques that the government uses to target people in royal bloodlines, this is a requested topic. So from what I'm seeing, this starts off from when you were a baby. They target you guys from when you were a child. There's an energy of children here. So this is like blood work that's taken as soon as you were born. The techniques that they also use involve like water manipulation. It could be anything from fluoride added to the water or just certain technology that water has that they're able to read. I also feel like how they target people with royal bloodlines or people that are direct descendants has to do with also bones or the things that they find during burial grounds. Like, for one, like, how do we know people are actually being buried? Like, what's happening to the bones? And the properties that are of people when they do start to disintegrate. So I feel like it has something to do with burial grounds, bone structures. So it's almost like they do a ton of experimentation on bones itself right after someone dies. Like, do they actually make it to the ground? I don't know. And there's also man-made disasters that the government does to target chosen ones. So sometimes when you see a disaster that's man-made or something that targets a group of people, sometimes they were just trying to get rid of a specific person and everybody else was just a liability, or everyone else was just like a conflict of interest. So sometimes like they will take out a whole plane if it just means taking out one person that's chosen. They don't bat an eye of that. I feel like the ways that they target chosen ones and royal bloodlines also is by manipulating different cities or provinces or just manipulating factors of a city. Also, remote viewing. This could range anywhere from actually surveillance through technology or through magical ways. Masons have a tendency of like doing rituals just to have access to like information that is of the occult. This could even be the Vatican. The Vatican is known to have tools and sees tools and knowledge that help them identify who are the royal bloodlines, who are the chosen ones. But this really starts from childhood, something that they do in the doctor's office. I feel like this is why home births are so frowned upon, because they can't get your data, your blood work, your DNA samples if you're giving birth at home. I feel like that is heavily why home births are looked down upon. It's because of the fact that they don't have access to the things that they need. Also, they target royal bloodline by bullying the royal bloodlines. It's almost like once they figure out who is royal or not, they start the bullying tactics. Also, people with royal bloodlines, people who are royalty, who are people of God, emanate a certain frequency of love. And that frequency is very powerful. It can be detected. So sometimes the people that emanate large amounts of love energetically can be targeted. They have machines that pick up on certain frequencies. They also have scalar frequencies. The military has scalar frequencies that they can basically point and shoot in certain cities, and it can actually travel through walls. So I feel like they have technology through the military that actually helps detect who are chosen ones. And also, they try to arrest chosen ones. They try to use the justice system against them. If they can keep them confined and restricted, that would even be more of a reason. So if it's not through manipulation of the water, it's through manipulation of what you're able to get work through. I feel like the system, the government has a way of like blacklisting chosen ones or making it to where they can't get jobs or where they have blockages. And I also feel like there is a population of people that live within the mountains, that live underground. The government targets royal people through machines and things that they have underground. And on top of that, they know chosen ones are celebrities. It's like a person who has a royal bloodline just carries a frequency that reads and screams celebrity, not the fabricated celebrity by the media. No, something about your energy or your essence just carries the vibe of, I'm a real one. I'm one of the ones that is here to help change the world. And on top of that, they also manipulate the food somehow to detect chosen ones. I'm just here to read the cards. I don't know the methods in which they use, but I do know that there are meetings, there are people in corporations. There is a sector of the government specifically for surveillancing chosen ones, royal bloodlines. Um yeah, there's always some sort of level of manipulation there. There's a sector of the government that is for this agency specifically. Like they get funding specifically to target chosen ones. And so on top of the Vatican and the findings that they have, on top of like the things that are put in place to cause chosen ones issues, there's also one last one during blood magic. So the government is known to do blood magic in order to target chosen ones. Like, for example, during slavery, the way that people prevented getting psychically attacked or being attacked by the ancestors of the people that they were trying to enslave, they would do a blood pact. They would cut their hand, right? Mix the blood of the slave and the oppressor, and then it would almost like mix it. There's some weird blood mixing issue here so that it can prevent them from getting attacked by ancestors, because once you get a slave's blood in your stream, it's almost like it's a level of protection. There is some weird, okay, this topic was so weird, but I had to cover it because it was requested. But yeah, they go after your children. They figure out that you're chosen from when you were a child, and they try to bully you from when you were a child, or put you in situations where you are bullied, where your life is threatened. They even will try to put you in areas, invite you to places where you're going to be targeted. For example, the CIA has drivers go out during rush hour just to make the roads congested so that people are too tired to revolt. So I'm telling you, the government will go as far as they need to with their secret agendas in order to target people that are of royal, that are chosen, and it starts from when you were a child. So and for some of you, this even continues through school, gate programs, things of that nature. Those are the methods that they use to figure out who is who. They the amount of love that somebody has. They also try to articulate how you process information in school, gate program, things of that nature. And sometimes even the way that you guys are able to build. Chosen ones have a way of building that's like any other. It's unlike any other. It's like chosen ones are able to produce. They're able to create things that have never been seen before. Some of you have even had your ideas stolen by the feds or by the system, or they like plugged into your mind in some crazy way to pick up off your ideas and build off of it and generate money. They have various ways. They can go towards the occult, towards divination, towards actual data, towards health, them scanning your blood and figuring out like what properties your blood has. There's various ways. Like I said, there's an industry just for this.